Hey guys, so today I'm going to do my October book haul. So if you didn't see my last book haul, I mentioned how I'm going to try to do monthly book hauls if I have enough books that I have acquired in that month, because otherwise I just put it off because it becomes too overwhelming. So yes, hopefully I can stick to this. I have acquired so many amazing and exciting books this month, so I'm so excited for this video. So let's just get into it. Okay, so first I'll show you all the new releases that I have bought this month. So there were a lot of exciting new releases this month. So I did receive quite a few pre-orders. So the first is Mooncakes by Wendy Zhu and Suzanne Walker, and I did read this during the reading rush, if you do remember, if you watched that vlog, because I did have the ARC, but I 100% had to pre-order the final copy because, well, first I wanted to support the author because I love this, but also because the finished copy has full colour artwork and the ARC only had black and white for most of it. So yeah, I definitely want to reread this. I was planning to reread it in October, but I didn't have time, so I do hope to reread it soon because it's just honestly one of my new favourite graphic novels of all time. It's just so amazing. I love the art style. Just look at that. It's so amazing. If you don't know, it's basically a magical graphic novel following Nova and Tam, and Nova is a teen witch working at her grandmother's bookstore, and Tam is a non-binary werewolf, and they were friends when they were little, and they come together after years of being apart because of something that happens, and they have to work together to stop that thing. And there's also a really amazing romance. There's so much diversity. They're both Chinese American. Nova has an amazing family. They were just, yeah, honestly, just talking about it makes me want to reread it right now because it's just, yeah, it just made me so happy to read, and it was just so magical and everything, and it was just perfect. So yes, definitely recommend this if you haven't heard of it, and if you're into graphic novels. Even if you're not into graphic novels, this is a good place to start, I think. So yeah, I just love this a lot. Anyway, the next two books that I'm going to show are Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, and I pre-ordered two different editions. So this is exclusive to Booktopia, so it's just the regular cover, but it has bonus content. I believe there's an annotated chapter at the back. Yes, there's an annotated chapter at the back. I actually do need to remember to read that because that is so cool. And it is also signed by Leigh Bardugo. I'm obsessed with this cover, and I love the end papers, and the spine is amazing. That's what it looks like naked. It's just honestly one of the most stunning books ever. So yeah, that's the Booktopia exclusive edition, and then I also got the Waterstones exclusive edition, which has a different cover, and honestly I don't know which one I loved more. They're both so stunning. Like, just look at that. It is beautiful. Yeah, they're both amazing. And the Waterstones one is also signed, and it also is the same underneath, but oh, it's just, yeah, so freaking beautiful, and I'm so happy to own these two editions. Oh my god, look at the spines. They are so stunning. Next I have, oh my gosh, it's so heavy, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, the illustrated edition. I've been waiting for this for 2 years because for the first 3 illustrated editions they were coming out yearly, and then they needed more time for this one, so we did have to wait longer, but I'm so happy it's finally here, and I already can't wait for Order of the Phoenix. But yeah, this is just absolutely stunning. I have started my reread of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire with the illustrated edition, so I'm on chapter 2. So yeah, I haven't made too much progress, but I'm so excited to see all the illustrations. I decided to not do a flip through. I'm just going to see the illustrations as I read it, so I'm super excited. But yeah, so far it's beautiful, and I can't wait to see all the stunning scenes brought to life by Jim Kay's art style. So yeah, so happy that it finally came out. Then I pre-ordered 2 editions, actually 3, but one of them was cancelled, which is kind of sad. But I pre-ordered these 2 editions of Wayward Son. So this is just the regular US edition of Wayward Son, and this is the Waterstones exclusive edition, and it has floral edges, which is amazing, although it's not on the top and the bottom, which is a bit weird, but it's still stunning. And actually under the dust jacket, oh my gosh, how could I forget? So there's also this stunning artwork on the end pages, and that's what it looks like naked. And there's also this stunning artwork, so yeah, it's really stunning. And the regular US edition has these stunning end papers with this as the naked book, which again, stunning. There were just so many stunning editions of Wayward Son, so I had to pre-order a lot. So yeah, I pre-ordered 3, but the 3rd one was cancelled because I pre-ordered the Barnes & Noble night edition of Wayward Son, and yeah, they just suddenly cancelled it and were like, sorry, we can't ship it to you. I was like, okay. So I'm sort of sad about that, but it's okay. I'm still obviously thankful for these 2 editions, even though I didn't love this book. If you saw my September wrap up, then you know my thoughts on it, but I'm still happy to have these editions. Speaking of Karrion, Wednesday Books are actually giving out dust jackets for Karrion to people in the US, so I asked on Twitter, like, please, anyone in the US, help me out. I'll pay for shipping, anything like that. Like, I would just be so appreciative. And thank you so much to everyone who messaged me offering to help me with this. It really meant a lot. So Stephanie from Shut Up and Read sent me this amazing dust jacket of Karrion, because you actually can't buy the Karrion hardcover with this cover, which is just so weird. Like, I don't know why they don't just start selling it. But this cover is the most amazing cover in my opinion. This is the cover that they released with the paperback edition, so I'm so happy that they were giving out dust jackets and that Stephanie sent this to me. So thank you so much once again, Stephanie. I'm literally so thankful, because Karrion is just, it means a lot to me. And yeah, it doesn't look amazing together with Wayward Son like the regular edition. The Waterstone edition is also shorter because it is the UK edition, so I was looking forward to the night edition because I feel like the Barnes & Noble night edition matches this way better. But it's still, I mean, but this, yeah, this cover is just everything. Okay, now I'll move on to books that I bought, and then I'll end with books that I was gifted / sent for review and stuff like that. So I already showed these two books in my Korea haul, but when I was in Seoul I basically bought this Korean edition of Alice in Wonderland and this Korean edition of Peter Pan, and they are just so freaking pretty. I absolutely love the art style. I'll just show you a page. Yeah, how stunning. This is in Peter Pan. So I'm so happy that I got these. So the next two books, I guess they are sort of new releases because Barnes & Noble just re-released these two in October. But basically they're the Barnes & Noble exclusive black editions of The Cruel Prince and The Wicked King by Holly Black. And I am just obsessed with these. Like, I remember when I first read The Cruel Prince when it first came out, and then I saw people had the black edition. I went to Barnes & Noble and I saw the black edition and I was gonna buy it, but I was like, I'll just wait a few days just to see if I really want it. And then it was out of stock and then it never came back, and I was like, that's my biggest regret in life. So I was so happy that they decided to reprint these amazing black editions, and I've already pre-ordered the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of Queen of Nothing, even though that one isn't as pretty as these in my opinion. Like, I feel like the colours are a bit weird. I'm just so in love with these editions and I can't wait to display them on my bookshelves. The next book I have is Kyo by Junji Ito, and this is a horror manga, and Junji Ito is an iconic horror manga writer, and this has been on my wish list for a long time, and Book Depository gave me a 10% off discount code, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna make the most of it and buy this because I think this is usually like $30, so I was like, I need to buy something that's usually expensive. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. I do want to get more into horror manga, and I think I am going to really love it, hopefully. And it does sound really creepy. It basically says, the floating smell of death hangs over the island. What is it? A strange legged fish appears on the scene. So begins Tadashi and Kaori spiral into the horror and stench of the sea. So yeah, it definitely looks scary, and I do have like a slight fear of fish, so I actually think this is going to scare me, which I want because I haven't been scared in a while. So I'm very excited to read this and see how I feel. I do plan to read it pretty soon, so yeah, very happy to have this. And the last book that I bought for myself this month, Kikis Delivery Service, the 30th anniversary edition. So this isn't just a book, but it does include a book. That's why I decided to include it in this haul. So this was released to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Kikis Delivery Service, and JB Hi-Fi, which is where I bought this, were having a sale of all Studio Ghibli stuff, so I made the most of it and bought this. And if you don't know, Kikis Delivery Service is my favourite film. It just means so much to me. So I'm super happy to have this, and basically it comes with, so first it comes with the DVD, and I already do have the DVD, but and then it also comes with this amazing collectible coin. Oh my gosh, I just dropped it. That's what it looks like on the other side. It's so stunning. And then under the DVD there's actually also some postcards. So these are what the postcards look like. They're so stunning. So it also comes with the art of Kiki's Delivery Service, and this is basically a book about the art of Kiki's Delivery Service. So it just shows like the original sketches and how each character came to be, and I've been wanting this for quite a while, so I'm so happy to finally have it. It is just such a stunning book, and again, one I want to read soon. It's just so stunning. Yeah, absolutely stunning. How many times did I say stunning? I don't know. But yeah, and actually getting this was not that much more expensive than just buying the book alone. That's why I decided to get this whole thing. And when I get my own place, I will display this near my TV, and it's gonna be everything. Okay, so finally I'm just going to show all the books that I was gifted / received from publishers and stuff like that. First two books you would have seen if you watched my Korea haul, so I'll just quickly mention them. But the first is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, the Slytherin edition, and this was gifted to me by my cousins in Korea, and they wrote an amazing note, so happy to have that. And then the next book is the K-pop Seasons 4 magazine volume 1 BTS, which came in that huge BTS box. If you watch that haul then you know. But yeah, this book is just so so stunning. It basically just goes through the history of BTS from 2013 till 2019. It has so many amazing photos. There's even each member's hand. Let's see the measurements of my hand. Okay, so much smaller than RM's. Anyway, I'm just obsessed with this. It's so stunning. Once again, when I have my own place, I'm planning to like use it as like a coffee table book or something. Okay, so the next book I was sent to my PO box from an amazing subscriber, Jess. So thank you so much. It was in this amazing package with all these other amazing goodies. It was such an amazing moment when I opened it. It truly made me so happy. So yeah, so freaking thankful. But basically in that package, this book was included. So it is What Would Boudica Do by E. Foley and B. Coates, and it's basically, I believe it's non-fiction, and it's about everyday problems solved by history's most remarkable women. And when I opened it, I'd actually never seen it before, so I'm very excited. This cover is absolutely stunning, and I'm excited to see what I think about it. And obviously I'm all about reading about remarkable women, so I am just so happy to have this. Okay, so the next two books I received at a true crime event that I went to. It was hosted by Hey You, which is a streaming service, and we received these goodie bags, me and Callan, because I took Callan with me, and he got one book and I got another book, so I kind of stole his book. So I got Crimson Lake and Hades by Candice Fox, and Candice Fox is a thriller writer, and Candice Fox was one of the speakers there. That's why we received these books. But yeah, I'm so excited about this. She is Australian, which is really cool, and I have heard some good things about her books. And I did get this signed by Candice, which is really cool. But yeah, I don't really want to know too much because I don't like to know too much when it comes to thrillers. But basically they're thrillers and I'm excited to read them. So hopefully I'll read them and let you know what I think. But yeah. Next I was sent Let It Snow by Penguin Teen Australia, so thank you so much to them. So this is the movie tie-in edition because there is an adaptation coming out pretty soon, and I'm actually so excited because if you don't know, Let It Snow is like a holiday story, and it's written by John Green, Maureen Johnson and Lauren Miracle, and they all wrote 3 separate stories, but they all come together in the end. And I think I read this like 4 years ago and it was such a fun story. I had such a good time reading it, and I don't 100% remember it, so I don't know how I would feel reading it now, but I do remember it being a super cute, fun, cozy Christmas story, so I'm super excited for the adaptation, and maybe I'll reread it again in December. Then I was sent Supernova by Marissa Meyer by Pan Macmillan Australia, and this is the 3rd and final book in the Renegades trilogy, and I haven't read the first 2, but I do really want to. I've been wanting to read it for quite a while, but I really want to read the audiobook, and the audiobook is like impossible to get in Australia, but I definitely do want to read this series. I believe it's like a superhero villain story, but it's done in like a unique way, and apparently there's supposed to be amazing romance. I don't know, I just know Emma Books talks about it constantly, so I do really want to read it. But yeah, so I have the final book for when I do start the series. Then I was sent Angel Mage by Garth Nix by Alan and Unwin, and this is an amazing floppy paperback, and I actually did also just this morning open my October Illuminate box, and the book that was included was Angel Mage by Garth Nix, and this is the exclusive edition to Illumicrate, so I now have 2 amazing copies of this book, but I am super excited for it. I believe it's basically following like a villain, so that is super cool. So we follow Lilith, who has woken up from her century-long sleep to pick up the threads of a plan that has already destroyed one kingdom and may yet destroy another. And it says it's set in an alternative 17th century where angels can be summoned and controlled by those with a talent for magic. So yeah, I definitely do want to read this, hopefully within the coming months, because yeah, I do really want to read Garth Nix. I've heard really good things about his writing, and this story just sounds like it's going to be so much fun. So yeah, so happy to have these. And lastly, I wanted to quickly talk about some of the books that I received in subscription boxes. So the first is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin, which came in the September Fairyloot box. Yeah, so this is the Fairyloot exclusive edition with amazing shimmery edges. It actually also has art on the reverse of the dust jacket, so it's just such a stunning book. And I was really excited about this because it's basically about a witch and a witch hunter who are forced into a marriage, and it's set in, I believe, 18th century France. So yeah, I was super excited, but it has been receiving some more mixed reviews, so I'm a little bit nervous now. So if you think I would like this book, definitely let me know, because yeah, my excitement has gone down. I think I do still want to read it just to see what I think about it, but I don't know, I'm just scared now. But there's no doubt this is stunning. And finally, the 2 books that came in the October Alcrate box. So those 2 books were Cry's War by Nina Varela and I Hope You Get This Message by Farah Naz Rishi. So this is contemporary sci-fi. So in this book, these aliens basically communicate a message to Earth saying that they're gonna kill everyone and end the Earth in like a few days, I think 7 days. So it basically follows the characters who are trying to get their life together in those days and do things that they always wanted to do, I believe. Yeah, so it says with only 7 days to face their truths and right their wrongs, Jesse, Kate and Nadim's paths collide even as their worlds are pulled apart. So I'm excited to see what I think about this. I think this could be really cool. And Cry's War is a fantasy with a female-female romance, and I believe it's a hate to love situation. I've seen so many good reviews, so I'm very excited, and this book is just so beautiful. So yes, I hope to also read this one soon. So many books to read. But yeah, so that is it for this haul. So many amazing books. I would love to know your opinions on any of these books if you've read them. But yes, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a good day or night, and I'll see you in my next one.